Charlotte Checkers are in town here tonight. On Tuesday, Hamilton lost to Utica in what Sylvain Lefebvre called the most important game of the year. Fast forward to this Friday, back-to-back against an opponent well below you in the standings. Must take some points from this. Played for the Hamilton Huskies, 6'2", about 180, a lot of room to grow. He's even got Dougie's red hair too, by the way. And a lot of guys felt that he could have been drafted a lot higher up, Al. Had an injury, only played 18 games this year, scored 17 points in those 18 games. What a pickup for the Niagara Ice Dogs to get a big defenseman like that to step in and complement who will be the incumbents next year. And it was a wonderful moment on YouTube. They had him watching the OHL draft with his family. The reaction when he was drafted by the Niagara Ice Dogs, the room erupted. He's very happy to be here.
In fact, he had 7 goals and 5 assists in the first 3 games in which London took a 3-0 series lead in that series. The last 2 games, Kitchener has done a decent job of holding Marner off the score sheet. And of course, look at what happened. Kitchener has fought their way back into that series and now trail 3-2 in that series. But Marner, all the talk is Marner, Strome, who do you want? Really? You can't go wrong with either player. Dylan Strome is playing very well in Erie, but Mitch Marner, the offense is running through him. Ice Dogs find themselves down 0-2 in the series. 5-3 and 6-1 were the scores in games that kind of featured a lot of late scoring in Game 1 by the Ice Dogs and Game 2 by the Generals. The Ice Dogs were there at times, but the Generals too big and strong.
All right, national anthems in the books, ready to go. Norm Miller for the Hamilton Bulldogs and the Rochester Americans. Both teams coming off victories. Rochester 6-4 over Utica. Hamilton a stirring 5-4 victory in overtime over Rockford right here at Copps Coliseum. Should be a good matchup.
And they won the first 2 games of this road trip. Tough to play that 3rd straight game on the road, but it seems that after that 4-game losing streak, and you said Stan Butler was wondering what was going on with his team, 2 wins in a row against tough opposition, Barrie and Kitchener. Ice Dogs really have to play a good, hard 40 minutes.
Christmas carols in the background as we come to the end of the second intermission. Steve Clark, Norm Miller, John Leatherby, the rest of our Cable 14 crew. Now 3-2 St. John's as they scored both goals in that second period, in a period that featured a number of quality opportunities. We had goal posts, we had big saves by the goaltenders, a little bit of everything. Rhythm of the game for Hamilton is very important. This team has won 2 games in a row, but they haven't gone on that lengthy winning streak that you like to see elite teams do, and maybe tonight could be the jumping off point and add a 3rd win in a row against a struggling Toronto team.
Junior hockey's a funny game, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, people are like, we got to write eulogies on the Ice Dogs season if they don't come out on top of this one here. But 20 minutes of this game, Game 5 in Oshawa. I mean, there's still a lot of hockey left and a lot for the Ice Dogs to do before they're eliminated from these playoffs.
And with NHL-ready talent as a focus, that's how we'll take a look at our players to watch. And for the Toronto Marlies, a familiar name for Leaf fans, Matt Fratton.